Yes, hello. Hello. So, hello to Braļukas from Lithuania. Thank you, Andrius, for warming up the scene. My name is Tīna Lūse, and I'm from Latvia. I am looking for 5 new market entrants in Latvian market, in European market. Who will help me? Yes, I am the head of Fintech Latvia Association, and I will tell you shortly about the Latvian fintech ecoscene. I know that my friends from Latvian Blockchain Association were represented heavily here yesterday, so you all must have heard by now that we are ready to MiCA, and we are looking forward for new market entrants in terms of MiCA. But let me tell you shortly a little bit more about the broader ecosystem. So this is the map of our fintechs. Out of 600 startups, 25% are in fintech scene. So it's quite a large part of fintechs that we have from the startup ecosystem. What does the fintech ecosystem consist of? These are the main stakeholders in the fintech ecosystem. As you see, there are 2 ministries. There is Investment and Development Agency. You see the colleagues from Investment and Development Agency there. And there, of course, is the central bank, which is the Latvijas Banka, which is the main regulator for all things fintech. Then we also have quite something happening in the educational field. We have designed several programs that are focusing on fintech education. They are available in English. And then, of course, we have private parties, NGOs, who are helping the companies that are coming into market on their way. One is us, Fintech Latvia. The other one is focused on crypto and blockchain. That is Latvian Blockchain Development Association. And also we have an organization that is focusing on startups, all things startups. They are creating international events for startups who are starting in Latvia. So in terms of public sector and policy makers, the Ministry of Finance is the main stakeholder who is devising the policy of the fintech development, and to attest to the fact that we are really looking forward to meet new fintechs in Latvia. We are continuously working and improving the fintech development strategy. Then we also have Ministry of Economics and Investment and Development Agency, who are in charge of helping investors, helping the startup ecoscene. And all of these organizations are working in close collaboration. At the moment, I would say that the central player in the fintech scene is the central bank, the Latvijas Banka. If you will scan the QR code, you will be led to the various tools that are designed to help you orient yourselves in what is happening in our market, and also to enter the market. And the Bank of Latvia has designed several tools to help you understand what is possible and what is not. So to start with Innovation Hub, if you have an innovative business model, you can apply to the Bank of Latvia for the consultation, and they will help you understand in a very informal atmosphere what is required to start this business model in Latvia, and also then in Europe. Soon they are going to launch AI-based business model testing ground. Then we have few sandboxes. If you already have sort of running model, then you can apply to the regulatory sandbox and understand what regulations and in what ways will apply to your business model on the European level. And it's also worth mentioning that we also have sandbox for issuers. So when you are already a little bit more mature company, then you can apply and you're looking for a financing and the bank is not lending, venture capital is not available anymore there, then you would be willing to look at the public markets. And then you can apply to the sandbox for issuers, and where we have created an expert panel, both from consultants and regulators who will help you to understand how to either issue bonds or go public. There is also a very important feature that was introduced by the Bank of Latvia a few years back. It is pre-licensing consultations, which means that pre-licensing consultations take place before you officially file the document package for the license. And it will mean that if you undergo pre-licensing process very thoroughly and very well prepared, that after this stage, if you file a document package to licensing, then you actually can be quite certain that in a certain amount of time you will receive the license. Pre-licensing consultations are available in English, and also the documents can be submitted in English in this stage. And also the Bank of Latvia has created roadmaps for newcomers where you can look up for each and every business model that needs to be licensed, what needs to be done to get the license. These are the QR codes that will lead you to all sorts of, all types of roadmaps for different business models to get the license in Latvia. As you see, there is crowdfunding, there is payment in e-money, there is Mintos, which was mentioned by our Lithuanian colleagues, is actually a little bit something different than crowdfunding. It is actually a licensed peer-to-peer lending model. As you know, peer-to-peer lending model is not regulated on European level. In Latvia, we have figured out a way how to license it. So if you are investing in Mintos, you can be certain that, that it's a safe investment and supervised investment. And recently, we have also created the roadmap for crypto. In terms of MiCA readiness and crypto, the Ministry of Finance has stated quite clearly that we are having high hopes, so to say, for crypto participants coming into market. We are doing preparations on all levels to be ready for that. The MiCA transposition law is promised to be adopted before midsummer. We have regulation on the way which will allow to pay companies share capital in crypto. We have Financial Intelligence Unit who is hosting international conferences to understand how to deal with the threats and risks that are related to fraud around crypto. And we are working on providing SEPA access and also depositing of customer funds with the central bank. As you know, our brothers in Lithuania had something similar, but our central bank is also offering that now, and it is actually already possible to apply to the bank and test it. How does it work? And in terms of crypto, actually, if you are interested in having a license for crypto assets operations, you can already now apply for a coffee to the central bank and go and have a consultation. And that's really as informal as I say. You don't need to submit complex forms and have many lawyers accompanying you. You really can go and meet up with the team of the central bank and orient yourselves. So this is the short process description. Basically, if you will start your consultations now, then once the MiCA comes into effect, which is the 1st of January 2025, then you can file an official application for license and in quite a short term already receive the license if the preparatory work is done now. There is also some more material on the stand, on the Startup Latvia stand, where you can take it with you and explore more. I mentioned already about the specialized education. We have actually several higher education institutions that are designing the programs that are oriented to teach the fintech, your future employees. And they are offered also in English language. And apart from all that, you will also have strong ecosystem support in Latvia as a company who enters the market. As an organization ourselves, we are organizing fintech breakfast events where we are meeting up in unofficial environment with the regulators and policy makers, and they are meeting the ecosystem players and having a coffee and croissant and discussing maybe sometimes some pain points. We are also doing the digital industry review magazine Fintech Pulse, which is issued every year. And there you can learn what's happening specifically in Latvian fintech scene. We are also doing our own two-day program, Fintech Board Members Academy, to help you orient yourselves in what is required from the regulators. And we are also co-creating with our partners Fintech Hackathon. And also we have taken up the task to connecting you with connecting the ecosystem players, the companies, with all sorts of growth supporters, so to say. Those are investment hubs, those are commercialization reactors, and so on and so forth. And also, of course, we have close ties with the other NGOs in the ecosystem. So in short, why Latvia? We really do have advanced e-governance. You can do everything from the surface of your desk at home. You can reach any authority from there. We do have high quality of life at a affordable price. We are well connected. We have our national airline, and we have the biggest airport in Baltics. We have, and I'm proud to say that we do have political and regulatory support for fintechs. We do have active ecosystem. We do have startup visa regime. We do have specific startup support laws. There is, of course, also talent pool and educational instruments available for international community. We have one of the top employee stock options regulations in the world. The startups who are using it, they are happy to say that it's really convenient and beneficial. And we also have quite skilled consultants, because we were forced to learn a lot of AML and compliance due to recent developments in our country, which had to do with the Moneywall evaluation. But we have improved because of that a lot. We have learned a lot. We have really, really skilled consultants. And now we say that we can offer to be your entry point in the Europe in a very compliant way. you know that if you will enter through Latvia, then you will be compliant in other countries as well. Thank you. So if you have questions, then please join us over there.